For numerous celebrities, being in the limelight is simply part of their profession. Yet, some choose to shun it entirely, going to extreme measures to evade it. It's understandable why they would feel this way, with paparazzi and fans armed. With smartphones ready to snap a photo at any given moment, the feeling of being under constant surveillance can be draining and induce paranoia. Some well-known reclusive stars find it hard to cope with this reality. Nevertheless, many have managed to maintain their fame while living in seclusion, producing more work and achieving a healthy life balance. From writers to performers, you might be surprised to discover who these private figures are. I'm Mike from List 25, and here are 25 celebrity recluses who prefer to stay out of the limelight. 5. David Letterman. After retiring from The Late Show with David Letterman, he quickly faded from public view. He grew a beard and became a distant memory for a time. Many speculated about his well-being, wondering if he had fallen into depression. However, he didn't remain out of the public eye for long, as he recently returned with a show for Netflix. Cormac McCarthy. A writer for decades, he gained widespread recognition when his novel The Road was featured on Oprah's book list, and his other work, No Country for Old Men, was adapted into a hit film starring Josh Brolin. Yet, after this brief moment of fame, he retreated back into obscurity. Johnny Depp. A superstar since the 1980s, Johnny Depp has gone to great lengths to avoid the public eye. He openly admits to disliking attention and prefers a reclusive lifestyle. Nowadays, he seldom leaves his home unless absolutely necessary. Cate. Adele. Despite being a massive pop star, Adele seldom appears in the limelight or engages in promotional activities. She asserts that, to maintain control over her past, less popular self, she turns down promotional opportunities, such as appearances for books, clothing, toys, and apps. She has gained a reputation for being difficult to reach, and while many label her a recluse, she refutes this characterization, stating that she still participates in everyday life activities. 2. Bill Watterson. The renowned illustrator and creator of the cherished comic strip Calvin and Hobbes, Bill Watterson, achieved immense fame and accolades, including winning the esteemed Reuben Award 3 times. In 1995, despite having a devoted fan following, he chose to retire the comic due to frustration with the demands of daily deadlines and the limitations of small panels. Since then, he has declined all commercialization of the characters and has remained out of the public eye. Axl Rose, the iconic lead vocalist of Guns N' Roses, became withdrawn in the mid-90s following the death of his mother. Although his band was legendary, its popularity had diminished over time. During his time away from the public eye, he dedicated years to creating a new album titled Chinese Democracy. Unfortunately, after its release and disappointing sales, he reverted to his reclusive lifestyle. And Prince, though he is no longer with us, will forever hold a place in our hearts. During his lifetime, he was infamous for his reclusive nature. Legendary tales circulate about how Prince would occasionally show up at nightclubs or parties and leave without uttering a word. Most of the time, he preferred to stay out of the B-Chord, public eye, at his residence in Minnesota. After completing the Spider-Man trilogy, Tobey Maguire stepped back from the limelight and took a break from fame. Nowadays, he seldom appears in films and dedicates more of his time to producing rather than acting. Cate Blanchett, an actress with 2 Academy Awards to her name, is well known for embodying the Hollywood star persona before stepping away from the public eye to enjoy a serene life with her husband and their 3 sons. Julia Roberts, a Hollywood icon for many years, began to shift her focus from her career to her personal life around 2002. During this period, she wed cameraman Danny Moder in New Mexico, and they welcomed 3 children together. She typically stars in about 1 film annually and maintains a relatively private existence. Daniel Craig, recognized as the highest-paid actor to portray James Bond, leads a rather understated life in an apartment located in New York's East Village. He is often spotted in a hoodie and sneakers, making an effort to avoid drawing attention, as he fears being recognized by fans wanting selfies. After achieving immense success with his own show, Dave Chappelle disappeared from the public eye. For nearly 8 years, he was rarely seen or heard from, retreating to his residences in South Africa and Ohio. However, in 2013, he returned, making appearances on various shows and launching his own stand-up specials on Netflix. Despite this, he continues to live a relatively low-profile life. 2. Eminem, a prominent rap star from 1999 to 2005, transformed the music scene with 5 albums that collectively sold over 50 million copies. However, following the death of his closest friend in 2006, Eminem became increasingly withdrawn, isolating himself from the public and rarely venturing outdoors. Since then, he has made several appearances but continues to maintain a low profile and remain behind the scenes. Johnny Carson, who passed away in 2005, was well known for his reserved and private lifestyle throughout his lengthy career. He had the ability to charm the audience when the cameras were rolling, only to switch it off just as quickly, keeping everyone at a distance. After his show concluded, he nearly vanished from public view. Joaquin Phoenix, a gifted and mysterious actor who rose to fame with films like Gladiator, first became withdrawn in 2005 while undergoing alcohol rehabilitation. He later attempted to dismantle his celebrity status in 2010 with the mockumentary I'm Still Here. Since that time, he has made a concerted effort to avoid the limelight and steers clear of award ceremonies whenever possible. Terrence Malick has directed some of the finest films of this century, including The Thin Red Line and The Tree of Life. Yet he shuns the spotlight entirely. He refrains from giving interviews, participating in photo opportunities, or engaging in any promotional activities for his films. Even when he received the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival, he chose not to attend the ceremony to accept the award. Stanley Kubrick, a groundbreaking and Academy Award-winning filmmaker, was infamous for keeping Hollywood at a distance, choosing to shoot most of his films in London. At his core, as Jack Nicholson noted, he was a family man who preferred to have his loved ones close by while he worked on his films, away from the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. In general, he was quite adept at maintaining a private life separate from the public eye. Sandra Bullock, similar to Cate Blanchett, does not engage in social media, avoids publicity, and leads a very private life with her partner and children. She seldom discusses her family and keeps her interactions strictly professional when promoting her films. Lauryn Hill won 5 Grammys for her album The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill in 1998. However, she later became a recluse and has not yet released a follow-up album. Her record label invested millions in recording sessions for a second album, and there were rumors of her performing at Rock the Bells, but neither came to fruition. Anita Baker, a celebrated singing sensation of the 80s and 90s, maintained a low profile when it came to interviews. A follow-up album. Her record label invested millions in recording sessions for a second album, and there were rumors of her performing at Rock the Bells, but neither came to fruition. Anita Baker was a celebrated singing sensation of the 80s and 90s. She maintained a low profile regarding interviews and publicity. While other artists eagerly participated in the publicity circuit, Baker avoided it and largely vanished from the public eye until recently. Daniel Day-Lewis is well known for his private and reclusive lifestyle in South Dublin. The multiple Academy Award-winning actor is very choosy about his roles due to the extensive research and time he dedicates to them. Recently, he announced his retirement from acting after his latest film, The Phantom Thread, and now enjoys a quiet life with his family on his 50-acre farm in County Wicklow. Sia, the singer-songwriter, takes the concept of reclusiveness to an entirely new level. When she performs on stage or appears in a music video, she always conceals her face, allowing her hair to cover it completely. She does this to maintain her sanity after realizing that excessive fame can lead to serious repercussions. Following a stint in rehab, she reinvented her career, initially becoming a songwriter for other artists before returning as a solo performer. Daft Punk, the synth-pop duo, employs a similar tactic to Sia by wearing robotic masks to conceal their identities. Nevertheless, they continue to release major hits and collaborate with some of the biggest names in the music industry. Thomas Pynchon. You might not be familiar with Thomas Pynchon, and that's just how he prefers it. In the literary realm, he is quite a celebrated author, with notable works such as The Crying of Lot, 49, and Gravity's Rainbow. His writing career began in the 1950s. Although some of his novels have been adapted into films, very few have actually seen his face since he was young. He has shunned all media attention since the release of his debut novel, leaving much about him shrouded in mystery. The only instance he made a pop culture appearance was when he provided his voice for an episode of The Simpsons, where his character was humorously illustrated with a paper bag over his head. J.D. Salinger was a towering figure in literature during his era. He managed to gain immense fame with a limited collection of works and a life of seclusion. His novel, The Catcher in the Rye, is notorious for its portrayal of a disenchanted young man. Initially residing in New York City, he retreated from public life after relocating to his expansive 90-acre estate in Cornish, New Hampshire. So, do you lean more towards being a public figure or a private individual? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button in the bottom right corner and tap the notification bell so you stay updated on our upcoming videos. Share this with your friends and help us foster a culture of curiosity.